Okay, today we are making instapot spaghetti. First, you gotta get your linguine, spelled backwards. Some onion, a couple of garlic. I have some pre-chopped vegetables, Chinese parsley and celery. This is really nice because I already have them in the freezer ready to go. Hamburger, and I'm going to use like half of this Prego sauce. And if you have any old tomatoes, you can throw those in too, which I see should have a couple here. Yeah, a couple tomatoes. I have these old romaine tomatoes. They're older, softer, so you can just chop them up and throw them in there. And mushrooms. Okay. Okay. Due to time constraints, we have moved ahead in the video. I've chopped up onions, garlic, tomatoes, and mushrooms. So I have this extra virgin olive oil spray that I use almost on everything that I fry. My frying pan, non-stick, and it has good flavor. So I get my instapot pan, spray it just kind of generously. And then plug in my instapot, and we are gonna put it on. Where is it? Saute. So put it on the saute. So it automatically sets for 30 minutes, but you can shorten it or make it longer, whichever you want to do. So you get your hamburger, which I have in piece-sized that I made, like about a pound. And my garlic. Throw in my garlic. So I'm gonna saute that for a little bit and then throw the onions in. But right now I'm gonna put a little salt and pepper. Just to get some of the flavor going. A little salt. And a little pepper. And then we're gonna just saute that for about 10 minutes or so, get it nice and brown. I'm gonna be right back. Okay, so we had it simmering for a while with the garlic nice and brown. This is how it's looking. And then, oh, by the way, I forgot to mention that making instapot Puerto Rican spaghetti. Almost the same vegetables as we use for pasteles or ganduli rice. It's all the same matuda, basically. So I'm gonna saute the onions now. Put that in. I use about a half of a big onion, or you can use a whole small onion. So we're gonna saute that a little bit. Get that going. After we caramelize these onions a little bit, then we'll throw in our Prego sauce and all the rest of the vegetables. And that's where all the magic begins. We let all that simmer for about half an hour to an hour. Or less. Let me see. Smelling good. Okay. At this point we can put some Italian seasoning in. It has marjoram, oregano, thyme, rosemary, and basil, sage in it already. So that's why it's good to use it. Just use a couple sprinkles of this because Prego should have everything, but this just adds a little kick to it. And some of my Puerto Rican flavoring is cumin. I use cumin a lot, and I just use a little pinch here. Like the cumin's in this bag. I just get out a little pinch. Sprinkle or two. A little bit extra doesn't hurt. Right? Okay, now you can smell the flavors coming together. The garlic, the onions, the cumin, and the Italian seasoning. Okay. Now the onions are getting caramelized and almost transparent. Really nice. Oh, you can just smell that. So at this point, you could throw in here half of this jar here. I use like half a jar because I'm only using my 6-quart Instapot. I have a 6 and an 8-quart. I think 6 is good enough for everything. But I had the 8-quart first, so I bought a 6-quart after. And then I threw away my slow cooker, my pressure cooker, and my rice cooker. Now I just have the Instapot. So pour about half of this in there. And then you ask, what are you going to do with this other half? Well, best thing to do if you want to save it or use it is to freeze it, because I stored it on the counter and it spoiled. So I put this whole thing in the freezer and I use it again when I make spaghetti the next couple weeks from now. So throw that in. Now this is coming to a nice, almost matura-like sauce, which is tomato sauce, chicken broth, and then, like I said, onions, garlic, and the typical Puerto Rican sofrito. See, it's Chinese parsley. Put some Chinese parsley in there. Oh, yeah. Put some Chinese parsley in there and get a lot of nice flavor from that. And then I also use celery that I pre-chopped. I use these vegetables all the time, so it's always nice to have it all pre-cut in the freezer already, which I'm going to show you on my next video when I make the gonna do the rice. So we throw that in there, and I'm putting olives today, which I haven't done in the past, but I'm gonna try it. Olives in there, put a can, because I love olives. I'll put the whole can. Well, I'll save a couple to eat. I love olives. Okay, let's mix all that up. So, we'll let that saute for another 10 minutes or so, and we'll be right back. Okay, so I'm going to add these inside. You can take a look at it. It's looking pretty good. It's simmering there, looking good. Almost like a matura, like makanduri rice. So, add that in there. And then I'm gonna make a little chicken broth, 2 cups of, because it's looking kind of thick, so I'm not sure if it has enough liquid for the noodles. So I just make a little bit chicken broth just to be on the safe side. We'll see how much I put in there. I know the tomato's gonna add some water, so we might be okay, but. Okay, so stir that around a little bit, and what you could do is try and get more moisture. Is just cover this stuff for just a little bit. So, cover it like that, but I'm not gonna seal it. I'm gonna just leave it for venting, and then see if we can get more moisture that way. But in the meantime, I'll make my chicken broth. Or you can buy chicken broth in a can ready made already. Okay. Okay, so that's ready. Chicken broth is ready. You can also use water, but chicken broth is a little more flavor and adds a nice flavor to the meat sauce. Okay, let's see what we got going here. Okay, looking good. Okay, look at that. Nice color. Tomatoes. I'm gonna just simmer that for about 10 minutes. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? And then maybe I'll pour some broth in right now. And then I'll be right back. Okay, now we're gonna finish up the spaghetti. I like to use linguine noodles, but you can use any type of noodle, whatever you want, macaroni, regular spaghetti, but I use a linguine. So I grab about less than a third of the box. Maybe I can even use less than this, but yeah, I'm gonna use less because I like my sauce meatier. So this is where the magic is. You get a third of the box or less, break this into thirds, and you spread it around like pixie sticks. Remember that game Pick Up Sticks we used to play? Well, that's what you do. And you lay it across just like this. Yeah, that's how you do it. And then what you do is you just pressure cook for 9 minutes. Then you come back. So you put the pressure cooking setting, pressure cook. A little less than that. 9 minutes. Okay. 9 minutes pressure cook. And start. Okay, it'll start by itself and pressure cook, and we'll be back after 9 minutes. Okay, we're back. The 9 minutes is up. So what we do is we let the pressure out right away. Do a pressure release, and sometimes the 9 minutes is enough. If not, you can add on a few more minutes. But we'll see how it comes out when we open up the pot. Yeah, after the 9 minutes, immediately release the pressure. And we'll check it out. It's safe. Yeah, I notice as you get older, your nose gets bigger. I used to have a cute little nose, I don't know what happened. Anyways. Yeah. I keep hearing voices, my mind, I think I'm not even now. I could never live. Okay. We're just about there. Alright, so the pressure dropped. You can open up. And it's looking good. Okay, so. Okay, there's our spaghetti. It looks like it's ready. Now we just mix everything all around. I think I could have added some more noodles, but whatever. And that's it. Puerto Rican spaghetti ready to go. That's it. Tomorrow, stay tuned for You Can Do the Rice episode. This is my first try at YouTube stardom.